Hello everyone, my name is Botanist Cool. Today we're continuing my Ace Pride Space Marines. I don't know exactly what I want to do with them, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. As time goes on, we march forward, we make choices, we make mistakes, and see what we like. So we'll go from there. What can we do, right? I am going to take a look at the color scheme again. They kind of use like a gray metallic for the sword. I'm looking at Cerebus XT, mind you, who did an asexual Space Marine vibe. The gun was a gray and a black. The pauldrons were a gray. Everything else was a black. Parts of the back here were like the power pack were gray. I think we can make part of the face gray too. So working on gray today. It sounds like I've convinced myself we're working on gray today. Where's my standard Mechanist gray? And we're gonna be doing like a lighter gray, but not like a super light gray. We're gonna add a little bit of black to it, just a little bit. Make it a little darker. But like, it'll be a pretty light gray compared to everything else we've done so far. I think we're gonna do like some fine details on that area. And then we're gonna move on to whites. And we'll go from there. There we go. It's a pretty good gray. It's mostly standard Mechanist gray with like a single tiny brush of like Abaddon black. It's not a lot of black. I don't want to make it too dark. I still want to stand out as a gray. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let's get going. Maybe I do want to go a lighter gray, actually. That's pretty samey. Well, I'm going to build off of it. It's not going to stay this. It's not going to stay this dark. I'm going to be making it lighter later on. So I'm going to have to build off of it with shading and dry brushing and stuff like that, you know? Let me get my glasses. There were 2 glasses for this bit, baby. Ah, fuck, dropped them. Hold on, we're good. Okay. It's really funny that from how the light is shown from my head, you can see exactly where I'm looking. So you guys could always see when I'm looking up at you guys. The light just shifts very subtly or very drastically. No? Funny like that. We got a second layer on this later on. But and the gun. Like the gun to be a nice gray color. I put way too much fucking thinner in here. Hold on. We're gonna put a little bit more paint in there. Because I put way too much thinner. It is so thin. It is actually really up over. I was thinking about doing a lighter gray anyway, so let's just the Mechanicus gray in here. That's fine. Try that again. Oh, much better. I usually paint like all the guns and gun parts like a metallic color. I'm kind of digging it, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's a crack here. That's why it looks so bad. Okay. I beans that in the past. Alright, that's fair. I'll have to just work around that then. This is a brush I'm gonna have to probably sooner than later, actually. It's a fucked up brush. I might just cut it. That's not doing... I am gonna... It is not spreading. It doesn't look good. Alright. This brush has had its time, but alas, it is fucked up beyond belief. So maybe we'll find a use for it, but not today. All right, let's go. That brush. Alright, let's try this one. Similar size, not the same, but good enough, I think. I do also have like a set of spare brushes, but I'm not going to use those. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this one's fucked up too. Look how bad that is. Like scratching the surface. To be fair, I've been using these brushes for a while now, so it just might just be time. It might just be time. Alright, let's get rid of this one too. Wow, we didn't even have a bunch of brushes today. Okay. Is a little big, but it might work out really well. Got a nice thin. It's got a nice tip, and it should do good. So if it's got a good tip, should be able to do fine. All right, let's give it a shot. That's a little bit. Just one drop, and we got it. Yep. Perfect. Let's get this out a little easier. Alright, this one's stuck inside the body, so I can't take it out. Me paying for previous mistakes. That's how it goes sometimes, though. Like, these were some old minis I put together. I did not understand how to make them. Oh? Didn't. Welcome back from ads, everyone. I hope they were not horrible. Yeah, they got the titty. Hold on, we're cleaning the titty, guys. Titty cleaned. Perfect. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm cleaning out my pot now. I just like realized my standard back in this gray pot is also like covered in like hard paints. Just clean that out real quick. Like there's so much of it in here. That makes it not close right and makes it dry out faster and yada yada yada, you know. You know. God, I hate Citadel pots so much. They're dog shit, honestly. Paint's good. The pots are dog shit. The pots waste so much of your paint, it's ridiculous, you know? Because you end up... It doesn't even benefit anyone wasting so much paint, honestly. I guess technically it benefits Citadel a little bit because, now you have to go buy paint a little more often, but like, it doesn't even really benefit him that much. Like, alright. I don't know, it's just kind of stupid. In my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe the big... If you haven't realized this one thing, we're assholes. Take as much as possible. Oh, I did realize that. Okay. You, come down. Gotta keep all these arms separate. Alright, one. Then we're gonna go do a second layer on them all. I really want to rewatch Aria the Animation again. I really do. I feel like there's some good stuff in there to rewatch for myself. Well, health-wise, you know? Oh yeah, this is the one that has the weird arm. It's a great show. I don't know if any of y'all have watched it, but it's a great show. It's a lovely show. It's one of my favorite shows in the fucking world. I've been thinking about it recently. I just really want to rewatch it. So great, and I think it's helped to make me a much more empathetic man. Much kinder and more. Man, I hope. One of those things I do sincerely hope that has done that for me. I do sincerely hope that I have become that, you know? Maybe too kind or too... No. Sorry, that was another thought slipping in that wouldn't be there, but like... There's no such thing as too kind, but maybe just like... I wonder if I've become a healthy kind of kind, if that makes sense. You know, like... I want to know if I've been kind to myself and kind to the people around me. Hey Nabby, how you doing today, bud? But at the same time, I do hope that Aria the Animation has made me a kind of... Well, I don't know. It's one of those that's like, I'd like to hope I am. How you doing, by the way, Nabby? It's been a while. Are you enjoying Monster Hunter Wilds? I've gone on a few times here and there, but I haven't done World in a bit. I do need to finish. I do need to actually be Fatality, and I would like to. But with Lao being announced for Wilds, I bet I bet Fatalis is coming to Wilds because last time I saw Lau, he was running from a Fatalis. Real? Ah, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. What have you been doing then, bud? In a little bit. Hope you're well. Playing guitar, ayo. What kind of guitar music you playing? Like, are you playing like a specific kind of guitar music? Are you going for like a certain genre? Are you going for like good old classic rock and roll vibes? Are you going for some? What you doing, buddy? Tell me. I want to know. You're just doing fun anime songs? Keep getting butted? What does that mean? What does butted mean? You know, like, if you don't like being referred to as buddy, let me know and I will stop that. Bud is just something I tend to use as like a oh yeah, hey, no, 100%. Sorry, my apologies. I will make sure not to do that. I tend to use bud as a general greeting for everyone, but if you're not into it, we're gonna change it up for you, alright? I'll think of something else for you. But if you have a preferred like if you prefer like short word for you, let me know, you know? A fucking course. No, 100%. You come in here, you say you don't want me to call you bud or dude or whatever, you tell me. I ain't... You want me to call you ho? Hey ho, how's it going? Is that what you want me to call you, Nabi? This hoe comes into my chat telling me what to call her. I mean, come on. Yeah? Okay. This is gonna be fucking wild. I'll do it for you. Okay? I'll do it for you, Nabi. But it's gonna be fucking wild when someone comes into this chat and they're like, Steph, why are you calling Nabi ho? It's like, Nabi told me to, I promise. She was like, don't call me bud or friend or dude or homie or whatever. Just call me ho. And then they're gonna be like, are you sure? Then you're gonna be like, no, I never said that. You're gonna gaslight me too, try to get, yeah, that's what I fucking knew. Hey, if there's anyone here, I'm gonna quickly like fucking highlight this part of the stream. Hold on, I'm highlighting this part of the stream. I'm not gonna let. But yeah, no, yeah. I'll probably find something else that's not ho to call you. Might just be friend or something. But I might just call you ho for fun. Why not? That's what you like being called. I'm not gonna kink shame you, I guess, you know? We're a kink friendly place here, even though we don't talk about kink a lot. A death metal band, ayo? That's sick as fuck. They're trying to get him to do tech death. What's tech death? I don't know much about death metal, and I don't know much about like different genres and subgenres in death metal, but do let me know. Technical. So is that like a mix between like because to me that sounds like a mix between like death metal but like fast. Tech metal sounds almost like it's like a mix of like EDM and metals. Am I understanding that correctly, or is it just like really fast death metal? Like, isn't that just power metal, or am I misunderstanding? I could dig some power metal. I'm not a big death metal guy, but I could dig some power metal. That shit's fun. It's fast death metal? Okay. If it's just fast death metal, I get the general picture. Yeah, okay. That sounds cool as hell. If you guys ever release music, please post it on the Discord. I'd love to hear it. Power metal is more high note singing, while tech death is still death metal. You just speed it up. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's sick. I have a friend who's really big into death metal. And he and I He and I want to go to a metal concert with him one day, but like, he's really big into it, and he's well, I'm not interested in the music per se. It's not a big thing I'm really interested into. I love the idea of the community, from what I've learned about it, and it's so nice, and I'd love to go to at least a concert just to experience it. Like, I've been to ska concerts, so that's really about it, honestly. But I know the death metal community is like so fucking chill, and I love it to bits. It's like I want to go with him because like I know he is a great guy, and I think experiencing death metal with him would be a very fun time. So I'd love to go with him one day. He sends me some like metal bands every once in a while. There's this one metal band he sent me that is like a metal band but has a lot of horns in it, so it's a little more like reggae plus metal. And I'm like, that is more up my alley because like that's closer to ska, and I love ska. Obviously it's closer to ska, it's got reggae in it, you know what I'm saying? But like horns and reggae and death metal together kind of sound like a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? I love horns. That's great to hear. Fuck yeah, dude. Love that shit. Sorry, fuck yeah, ho. Love that shit. Perfect, yeah. Fuck yeah, ho. Let's do it, you know? But yeah, so it's like, it's one of them where I'm just like, I do love horns. I do love that horn vibe. And it's always, should I do gray down the middle here? Should I do gray or black down the middle of the head? That's my question right now. Or should I just keep it purple? Don't know, honestly. I'll think about it. I have time. I can think about it. But yeah. I've there's a lot of Chelsea's Grins fans last two albums. I have no idea. Hold on, let me see what's the one he recommended me. He recommended go to my DMs with him. Hold on. Sim. S-I-M. I believe that's them. He recommended Sim. And they kind of have that reggae mix with death metal in there, which sounds pretty cool to me if you ask me. I know nothing about Sim itself, so. It's S, lowercase I, uppercase M. Haven't heard of them? Yeah, fair enough. I might just like a lot of bands out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really cool if you look at like just music in general. Ah, shit! Got the belt. Hold on. You're about to though? Yeah, hell yeah. Tell me what you think about them, I guess. I'll to hear. I always love hearing like people's opinions on that kind of stuff because it's just like, yeah, it's, hear what like people in each and every like community have different opinions. I love that. I do know there was this one time because I dug baby metal when I heard them. I thought they were really cool. But I know that like people were like, "Oh, baby metal's bad. It's not real metal." And then fucking Rob Zombie came out and like, "Fuck you guys. They shred harder than any of you all do. Fuck off." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, Rob Zombie. Let's go." You know? Fucking love that. That was cool as fuck. If I found the right band, it would be metalcore. Got you. Okay. It's a capital S, lowercase I, capital M, so probably. The song he sent me was called... Give me a second. Devil in Your Heart. So if you found one that has a song called Devil in Your Heart, then that's it. That's them. You can see where I cracked it a little while ago. God damn, that sucks. Had everything. He gave me the song like literally a few days ago. I should actually listen. I know. I did hear about this band from Montreal recently that's apparently doing big waves in the music scene. Sold out a stadium of 150,000 people like literally this weekend. That was insane. Shit, what are they called? Hold on. Not death metal. They are there's something all right. Hold on. Let me see what the name was again. I forgot. They were called Ungene de Poitrine. They're like alien guys. Wild shit, mind you. I listened to some of their songs today, and they were absolutely fucking wild. Don't know how to cope with it. But like literally, everyone apparently in the music industry is like, hey, hold on, let me spell it out for you. Oh, you got it, perfect. Yep. Do you know who? So you know them? Apparently, like every music critic's like, oh yeah, these guys are a big fuck you to AI, which is awesome. Because they do such weird and like unpredictable shit that like you can't replicate it on AI. And I'm like, that is so cool. So my boss put it on to listen for us to listen to at work today. And when I was listening to him, I was like, wow, this is really weird because like I don't count. I used to do music theory. I'm not great at it, mind you, these days. But I used to do music theory. And I'm like, this nothing sounds right here. Like I could tell when there's like some really weird time signatures going on. I don't know what they are all the time, but like I can tell when there's some weird shit going on. I'm like, this is weird. I love it. It's so good. They're wild. Every music YouTuber went over them when they were coming out. Ah, okay, yeah. Apparently they sold out so much they almost competed with Stevie Wonder, and I'm like, oh shit, that's a lot of fucking seats they sold. I dig their vibe though. I dig their vibe. The vibe's sick as hell. Yeah, the guitarist basically uses a straight microtonal guitar. Oh, damn. That's cool stuff. I know it's like I know the guitarist has like a guitar and a bass in one, and the guitar has 8 more frets and 8 strings, so it's not like the standard E, D, F, whatever it is, but like it's like super guitar essentially. That's all I know about it. Let me carve this piece off real quick. Hold on. Yeah, they be doing some whack shit. I love it. Yeah, I love it too. It's just, it was one of those things though that like, it's one of those musics that it's the only music I feel like I have to actively listen to. It's really weird, right? Like, I can't just relax to it in the background. I have to actively listen to it. And like, it's unfortunately, it's also got me like, it got me to the state where I really needed to just kind of get out and stim. Like, the music got me like really amped up. I had to actively listen to it. I had to go out and stop working and stim. And I'm like, this feels really weird. I liked it though a lot. Like I literally went outside and I just started like going throughout the greenhouses and I just kind of like jumping a little bit, like doing jumping jacks and stuff like that to get some energy out. I'm like, this is really wild. Yeah, it's probably really good to work out with. I would not be surprised, yeah. I think the name literally means so the name, I asked a friend who speaks French. They said something along the lines of it meaning throat so angine can mean throat or voice. And the last word means chest. So it's throat or voice of the chest is the literal translation from what my friend said who speaks the language. French. So, yeah. Angina is the fucking heart condition, yeah. Yeah, that's what they told me. But then again, maybe they're trying to make it a pun. And it's supposed to be like angina or whatever it is, but like directly translated, it means either like throat or voice of the chest. And it's like, okay, cool. But like direct translations might not be, you know, like the best way of doing it because like, you know, you can't directly translate everything. Not French? You're not French? Yeah. My friend's from Quebec. Whoa. Not French, but French enough, you know? That music really got my heart racing. I like them though. They were fun to listen to. French enough. They're French enough. They're French enough. I know the French don't see it that way, but you know. To be fair, I don't think a lot of European countries see like as an example, I'm Greek, right? I learned Greek as my first language. I was very much so a Greek and raised very Greek compared to most Americans. Greeks would not consider me Greek. They'd be like, "Oh, Americanaki," you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's any like European nation that's not like, this is an American who has Greek family. Yeah, they're fucking American. They're not, you know, they're not truly Greek. Not true. Imagine it's the same thing, you know? You got ads? Well, we'll wait for the ads to finish before we continue talking. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. I told all of my deepest, darkest secrets while ads were happening so that people who who had ads could never hear them. You can never hear my deepest, darkest secrets of like... Fuck, I don't know, what are some deep, dark secrets? Give me a deep, dark secret example, guys, by sharing your deep, dark secrets out into the internet. Give me an example of a deep, dark secret. My deep, dark secret... No. Damn. Well, if you can't give a deep dark secret, make sure to give your credit card number and those 3 little funny numbers on the back of the credit card. All right. And mother's maiden last name. Don't forget that one. Very important stuff. Don't do that. Legally speaking, don't do that. Never do that. Legal disclaimer, don't do that shit. Yeah. Ads be ads. Which wants the revenue, and the best I could do is get some from them as well. So I could at least give to charities like the next month in July. I have to take a deep breath, you know, recalibrate a little bit. One of those. I'm almost out of the gray. Means I gotta get a little bit more out of the pot. But God, I fucking... Kalimnos, ella! Kalimnos is one hell of an island. A lot of people from Kalimnos moved to near Smyrna in Florida. And the people of Kalimnos, when they went to New Smyrna, they brought a lot of like sponge fishing knowledge with them. And they became like really good sponge fishermen in New Smyrna. So if you go to New Smyrna in Florida, you will find a lot of people from Kalimnos there. A lot of immigrants from Kalimnos there. I have family and family friends in the area of Kalimnos, so like pretty cool stuff. I know a little bit. I've been once. Actually, I was once at I went to Kalimnos once. They went to Florida. That's where me and my husband met. Yo, let's go. Nabby, I fucking clocked that because like everyone from Kalimnos went to New Smyrna. Guarantee you, they're from New Smyrna. Don't say that online though. That's, you know, not good. But yeah, New Smyrna is fantastic. Lovely place. There's also Tarpon Springs, which has a lot of... They moved to one of the spring... Oh god, I just said Tarpon Springs. Oh no. Tarpon Springs has a lot of Greek people too. Yeah. Tarpon Springs is very big on the Greek population. A lot of good stuff there. A lot of good food there. I don't remember which church it is, but I bet you it's like something like Ios Dimitrios or something like that. Not that I'm a part of the church anymore, I'm not, but there's 1,010,000 Ios Dimitrios, so like, you know. St. Augustine has a pretty big Greek population in Florida too, actually. Like not the biggest, but pretty big. Yes. So, and New York. So here's the thing. Australia has a huge population of Greek expats. Huge population of Greek expats. Like, there are so many there. Second largest population of Greeks outside of Greece. In the States, it was New York, where you went to Astoria, Chicago, where there's also like a whole Greek town in Chicago as well, or Florida, Tarpon Springs, New Smyrna, etc. Right? Those are some really big Greek areas. But a lot of the Greek churches and communities now are kind of suffering because, from what I understand, I've not been a part of the church in a very long time, but from what I understand, a lot of people who are culturally or ethnically Greek are leaving the church. And they kind of have to recruit from more far-right American individuals into converting. Like, when I went to a Greek festival in Raleigh, I went to go speak to some volunteers. I spoke in Greek. That way I could find out where the priest was, and I wanted to donate to the dance troops and stuff like that, right? The volunteers, very few of them were ethnically Greek, and that's not a big deal. I think if people want to convert to a different kind of Christianity or religion, that's fine, no big deal. But from what I understand, like, that's why I'm going around, the priest himself speaks less Greek than I do, and I'm not fluent. Not anymore, at least. You know, I used to be maybe when I was a kid, but like, spoke a lot less Greek than I do, and didn't seem to have a lot of people in the area who were working the events that were actively like born Greek, right? If that makes sense. They weren't in the culture as children. Their parents were in Greek, etc. And that's fine. But there's a level of how do I describe this? There's a loss of understanding of the culture. Like, when I was a kid, I danced Greek dances, and I was fucking good at it too, mind you. I know more Greek dances than a person in Greece would typically know, because I danced competitively, I danced professionally, or semi-professionally, and I did really good in competitions. So I was, as the youth would say, sick as fuck with it, right? I was a great dancer. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people who are converting to Greek Orthodoxy, which, mind you, I left Greek Orthodoxy a long time ago, so that's fine. I was goated, exactly. I was like the original goat, like the Greek goats. I know a lot of Greeks that I know that are bigger into church are a little concerned that it'll become more just like the American Orthodox Church, which I see no problem with personally, because over time, the unfortunate part is when you are a distinct culture in a multicultural area, your culture will lose its identity over time. In the same way that I've lost a lot of my Greek culture and a lot of my Greek heritage for living in the States, the culture and the community, if it does not keep people in it, and it is not inclusive, will lose it, you know? So a lot of gay Greek people left the Greek Orthodox Church, especially because the Greek Orthodox Church in areas like the websites that like my OCN, which is the My Orthodox Christian Network, have a lot of homophobic or transphobic rhetoric, you know? So a lot of Greeks left. A lot of Greeks my age left. They had to do a lot of things. But long story short, you lose a lot of people who spoke the language. You lose a lot of people who cooked the food. You lose a lot of people who were born into the culture and understand it not from reading a book, but from living it. And that's fine. I don't see that there's an issue with that, because that's just kind of how culture evolves over time. And that's how assimilation works, where slowly over time, you know, the Greek Orthodox people here in the States are going to be just... I truly think that the Greek Orthodox Church here in the States will eventually just become the second American Orthodox Church, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, religion is ruining cultures. Who to guess? I know, right? So we have a lot of issues with that. I personally think the Greek Orthodox Church is very stuck in the past. And I think because of that, they will and they do continue to lose a lot of younger people who are ethnically and culturally Greek. And that's fine. Things will change. I know as an example, my family, the only part of the family that stayed Greek was my part. So, my uncles on my mother's side and my aunts on my mother's side and all that kind of stuff all ended up having Catholic families. Again, fine, no big deal. With some Greek names. So it was like Catholic plus, I guess, you know? While on my father's side, all the families there just were not religiously active. And that's, again, fine. I'm not religiously active myself. They also were not culturally active, so they're very Americanized. Except for the names. The names are the one things that they kind of kept a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I say a little bit because they don't really use the names and significance, but yeah. So, it's one of those where, even in my family, I was the only, me and my biological siblings were the only ones that were kind of, in our family, really raised culturally Greek comparative. We went to the Greek schools, we went to the Greek churches, we went to learn how to do Greek dances and stuff like that. While a lot of our other family members were raised Catholic or not Greek. And that's fine. I don't see an issue with that, you know? It's just one of those things where, like, yeah, the church is going to lose a lot of memberships because they refuse to change into a more modern society. And they refuse to understand that. Or to even just make Greek Orthodoxy appealing. It's not a very appealing religion. It's not. It's very, very old and very, very, like, staunch and very, very inflexible. Yeah, my husband was not raised very Greek. I think he said that he went to Greek church once or twice. Yeah, no, I used to be... I was dancing the troops. I was altar boy. I've been most of my life. The Greek Orthodox Church is very old and very proud. And not very willing to change. So now, instead of having a lot of people who are ethnically Greek who are willing to change culturally but keep their religion... who understand their past and history, who understand the Greek culture, and who are willing to adapt it to a modern world, they have a bunch of people who are just, you know, converting. So, I'll tell you this. Nabi, introduce him to this app called Language Transfer. It's made by a guy named Michali, who's currently in Cyprus. And his goal is to have the people of Cyprus communicate in both Turkish and Greek. So he does Greek lessons and he does them very well. So as an example, in his first lesson, he teaches you the word meno. And the word meno means to stay. Or to be in an area, right? As an example, you say, meno edo, I stay here, right? But then he goes... I'm not gonna have you learn how to, like, remember these. I'm not gonna have you remember these words. I'm gonna have you think about how these words are made. So, the word peri is used in English a lot, like in perimeter. What does peri mean? Peri, it means around. What happens when you make a word like perimeno? To around stay, or to wait. So, perimeno edo, I wait here. Or another great example is the word strophi. Strophi means to turn, yeah? So he goes, all right, strophe. You have the word strophe, strophos, strophe, strophe, yada, 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 right? So now we have the word gato, meaning down. So what do you have when you have a catastrophe? You have a catastrophe, a downturn. Makes sense. So he makes you think in these words. Or as another great example, he goes, the word pino means to drink. If you mix gato and pino, you get to down drink or to swallow. Hypography. Hypography. Hypo means to under. Sorry about that. Hypography. Hypo means under. Graphy means to write. To underwrite or to sign. It's a lot of things that you think about that, like, he teaches you how to think in the language, not just how to memorize words. Now it's a fucking call. He teaches you how to think in the language and not how to write, and not just to like not how just to memorize words, which has been very helpful for me relearning Greek because I'm Greek. I was made fun of for being Greek, and I stopped learning Greek at a very young age. And I don't have many people to practice it with. So, yeah. Language Transfer is a great app. Highly recommend it. Want to learn Greek. The guy's a Cypriot. He has really good information on Greek languages. And he's also able to really help understand the difference between Cypriot Greek and normal Greek, or mainlander Greek, which is a very big difference. Holy shit, very big difference. Language transfer. Got it? Awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Highly recommend it. Great learning language. Great way to teach, and I think he's got a good teaching method there, honestly. You're yelling at each other. I can't say that word. I can't say that word on stream. You can't have me saying slurs. Can't have me saying fucking slurs on stream. Are you kidding me? I thought anyone would know what that fucking meant, but like still. It's not that, for those curious who are listening, who are just lurking, it's not actually a huge slur, kind of is. But it's... The Greek culture's weird with curses, so a great example is the word malaka. It's a very specific and old curse word, oftentimes used in, including but not limited to gay me, yeah. That's oftentimes used things, but like that word mentioned before can either be used in a very loving term, like, you jackass, or it can be used as a similar word to the F word, to the F slur for gay men. Another way that is less of a slur and more of a fabulous way of saying gay men would be petaluda, which petaluda means butterfly. You're calling them like a little butterfly. It's not, well, to be fair, that's also like mid 2000s slang, so I don't know if it still holds up today, but yeah. It's a little more than hoe, because hoe in American, it's more like the C word. You gotta use it with the right people or from the right culture. Like, people in the UK use the C word all the time. But for American Greeks, I would not use that word, especially if they were gay. Unless I knew them and they were okay with it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There are some cultural differences there. And that's fine. It's one of those that I can't and don't want to. Love the Aussies? Yeah. I have one Sydney fan I talk to every now and then. Awesome. Oh. A lot of fun Greek words. Actually, I could ask my friend who's in Greece right now if Petaluda still playing for. I'm curious now. I'll ask her later. I thought Lula is also just a very pretty word in general, and I quite like it. But yeah, it's butterfly. It's a very cute word. I like it a lot, actually. Gotta paint this guy's crotch a little better. There we go. Really working on this crotch. Really focusing on the crotch here. Good question. I don't have anything to use them on now. Not insincerity, at least. I've tried to think of some things to use them on. Just never either got used or anything like that. So, like, I've thought about it. I just don't know anymore. You always make me drink. San Pedro. So that will put on the Beta Whooper's May dress. Our boy over here, our primordial boy, my little avatar here, also has a May dress. And I don't do my face as a face cam anymore. I used to, and I do have. There are still videos of me up in my May dress and in my sexy anime bunny outfit. Up on YouTube. I will say that, unfortunately, I do not fill out the sexy anime bunny outfit very well. I do not have the tits for it. Sorry for anyone who's disappointed. Yep, sorry. Your boy's AMAB. And I ain't got tits. I was thinking of that song for Phineas and Ferb, I ain't got rhythm. It's like, I ain't got titties, you know? Anyways, that's the joke for today, I guess. Practically fucking ball at this. There we are, fads again. See you guys in a second. Alright, welcome back from ads, everyone. There's actually quite a few people in my past and present, hilariously, who did think I was a woman or a trans woman. Like, there are some people who, like, when they didn't know me at first, just thought I was a woman. like a cis woman, and then there are people who are like, oh shit, he's not a cis woman, he's a trans woman. It's like, nope. Kind of really funny because like apparently I just give off that aura sometimes. It's really funny. Not funny in a bad way, just kind of funny is like, I mean, I couldn't care less if someone referred to me as like she or her, because like, as an example, I've been called One-sama, or like people refer to me as she as her, like in group settings where they don't know who I am and it's online. It's like, yeah, I don't give a shit, I don't correct it because I don't care. But people are like, oh yeah, no, he's a guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm a guy. Like, oh, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I don't care. No, I'm a cis guy, exactly, yeah. But in like text-only situations, a lot of people just thought I was a cis woman or a trans woman. I find it to be really funny. Yeah, I'm just a cis guy. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude. Yes, I'm only a dude, and I'm sitting here on dude. And I'm sitting here on dude. Can't even finish the song. You know, just for some reason a lot of people thought I was either a cis woman or a trans woman. I'm like, no, sorry. Sorry to disappoint. No? It's the maid outfit? Yeah. Nah, it was before I started streaming too, which is the funny part. Just other groups I was in. I think it's just because I go by Steph. And Steph could be like Stephanie. It's a very unisex name. I think a lot of people did just assume, Steph, women. No? Like, nope, sorry. Oh. I'll go by Steph. I prefer Steph over my full name. Steph is my name. That's my name. Yeah, that's what I think it was, honestly. Shit, not that great. Did not mean to use that great. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna quickly mix a little bit of that purple I had yesterday. See if I get pretty close to it. I don't need a lot of it today, I just need some. Oh, fuck. Ow, ow, ow. Hey JT, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Enjoy your lurk. I remember back in the mid-2000s, I was at a summer camp. And while I was at the summer camp, had some girls ask me, "Oh, Steph, are you one of those guys?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Are you a metrosexual?" I'm like, "What? What the fuck's a metrosexual?" They're like, "Oh, you know, like one of those guys who like uses shampoo and And like fucking wears cologne and stuff. And I'm like, so like a guy who takes care of himself? There's a word specifically for that? What? At the time, I didn't know, you know, it was such a wild thing. But like, I'm like, I guess so, sure. I was like, yeah, I mean, I do use shampoo and I take care of myself, so yeah. You want to be rugged? I know, right? I have to be hard and rugged like a lumberjack. To be fair, I do have kind of like a park ranger, like a real life park ranger aesthetic. Not quite lumberjack. Have a strong boy smell, baby. Let's go. I gotta smell like a strong boy. I can't be a beta cock. Or a sigma male. No, wait, hold on. Is sigma male the one that's like fucking super cool or whatever it is? Don't fucking remember. I just remember Mephistes or whatever his name is from the Sonic dub being like, that makes you a beta cock. It's like, rip or silver. Or silver the beta cock. Thephiles? If I remember his name correctly. That's getting real. Thephiles, I don't fucking remember his name anymore. Memphis, Tennessee is his name. That's what I'm calling him from now on. Name's Memphis, Tennessee. See how this color goes. Ooh, that's very blue. That's gonna dry very blue. Nope. The color. It's still very blue. I gotta add in a little bit of red. Shit. I'm not gonna get this color again, am I? So pissed. Got the color once really good last night. Twice really good last night, actually. Okay, this is mixed up really well. This. I don't have the color on the back of my hand anymore, so I can't even test that out. Test that on. That's it. That's the color. Got very close to it, or close enough that it's negligible. Yeah, that's close enough that the difference is negligible. I'm happy with that. Who's got plans for the 4th of July this weekend? Spoiler alerts, not me. Anyone gonna do anything fun? I am going to relax. Nothing. Maybe stream a little bit. Maybe I'll stream a little bit. Oh no. Not me either, valid. Like, not much to be patriotic about. My spoons are dropping fast. So I'm gonna paint real quick and get what I can get done. My spoons are dropping so fast right now, it's ridiculous, y'all. I have no idea why. So I'm gonna get what I can, paint it up, and finish it there. Spoons are kind of like, it's kind of like mental HP, you know? I like thinking about like mental HP. You have a whole bunch of health points in your brain, and spoons are like that, so like I'm losing a lot of mental HP is a good way of thinking about it. The spoon theory, the whole thing about spoons is like, oh, let's say you have like 5 spoons a day, and life is like a big bowl of cereal and yada yada yada. And I think it's an overly complicated way of looking at it. But people use it a lot, so it's like, okay, cool, I guess we'll use it. But like, I prefer like mental HP. Yeah, exactly. So like, I've taken enough mental damage today or psychic damage that's just like, I'm kind of not feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just done with painting right now. They're turning out pretty good. This guy's shoulder's really fucked up though, but I think that's because of the primer. The primer didn't set right. I don't know if I can fix that. I'm gonna put this back on, and I'm gonna see if I can repair, if I need to repair any specifically like purple parts. I don't want to remake this purple color. It's so hard to make. The black and the gray are easy to make, so I'm cool with remaking those in the future. Purple, I don't want to remake. Tough color. I've been mixing a few. Let's go through those real quick. We did get a lot of work done on these. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, you're currently taking psychic damage. Hopefully, hopefully the stream's giving you a little bit of resistance. Can't promise I'll give you a lot though. The shit I say? Oh, you're gonna be taking plenty. It's low hot? Yeah, it's hot. What's your job, if you want to share? Sounds like you got a very annoying customer based work. Cracks weed like hemp weed, or like weeds like fucking Japanese wheatgrass or whatever. THC, gotcha. I am losing steam. I'll take one look over this guy and I'm like, yeah, I think it was the primer didn't set properly. Roughage on it. off. Alright, I'm stopping. I can't continue. Alright. So I guess what we did today, then I'm just gonna honestly end stream. Not gonna raid. I don't have it right now, if I'm being honest. So we added some gray to the pauldrons. We added some gray to the weaponry and stuff like that, but we added a few more colors there, and we're gonna add more as time goes on. We're able to get this one guy's eye, just one guy's eyes, which is one of these guys right here. The bases I did yesterday, I did all the gray today. The gray I did all today, and we still have more to do, so... yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube as a VOD, YouTube, sorry that's short, but no spoons, y'all. Stay safe, stay Botanist Cool. See you soon, YouTube. Bye.